Hey everybody, how you doing? Sorry about that. I was having a little technical difficulties, but that's okay. We're good now. Hey everybody, how you doing? Sorry about that. What we have going on here is it's bad feedback there. Yeah, this is a breaking story coming out of Detroit. The guys, this is crazy. This Warren cop was processing or booking an inmate that was in custody that was actually locked up and cuffed up, and Lord behold, um, he just gave him a right cross, knocked him down, was beating his head in the ground. It's crazy. You guys are gonna. I'm just, it's another one of these crazy moments. Uncovering America's been coming out against these people and trying to show their tyranny and their racism and their abuse against the public, and it's crazy, y'all. It's just there's just no excuse for this type of behavior at all, and I just it's just another one of these videos that's going to break your heart. And there's no sense. There's no sense. This is senseless. This guy that was assaulted, the victim, is actually about uh, let's say he's one size smaller, or maybe this guy's twice as big. The cop is twice as big as him, and the way he got assaulted is terrible. And this is why Wolverine is the way he is when it comes to dealing with tyrants. So, without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and welcome all my subscribers. Hey, Castle, how you doing? It's good to see you. Seek and Destroy Audits. What up? Gigolo Audit, excuse me. Jonathan, my man, what up, though? What up, though? Transparency time. Lewis, Keto, let me, Genuine Sterling, Troll, the Trolls. Gotcha. Everybody, I see that you're here. I appreciate you coming. We need to get this story out as much as possible because this is the stuff that creates people like me that has to keep the balance in line and get rid of these people. We have to thin our police forces out and replace them with people that are going to help the community and not make us victims. So without further ado, let's see what Channel 7 says about this. And you will see exactly what I'm talking about here. There's a couple different stories I'm going to run, but I'll run this one first since it articulates a lot and it has the chief actually doing what he does best. Talking about this is unacceptable behavior and their little bullcrap lines. It doesn't matter what they accept. He's responsible. This chief needs to be fired because it happened on his watch. These things need to be held accountable. These people, all these people that are above these people, his direct supervisor and the chief and the mayor needs to answer for this stuff because Uncovering America has been on the city of Warren and their racist tactics and their inability to control themselves when they are around poor people or people of color, in that, for that matter.
Story, a Warren police officer facing charges of using excessive force against an inmate. The officer is Matthew Rodriguez, a 14-year veteran of the Warren Police Department.
You hear that? For 14 years, this pig has been abusing people, and they're finally getting to him. He finally got caught. why else would he be competent enough to give a guy a right cross, right? As you see in my thumbnail, he gives a guy a right cross and practically knocks him out and then bangs his head into the floor, knowing that there's a camera watching him. So he thought the thin blue line was going to protect him, in my opinion. And that is based upon my experience in these matters.
And he just faced a judge to be arraigned on a serious crime. A few minutes ago, the Warren Police Commissioner, Bill Dwyer, released the video showing the inmate getting hit in the head and slammed to the ground.
Want to watch that
inmate
again?
Getting hit in the video showing the Commissioner Bill Dwyer released
Bam! Bam! Right
released
cross.
the video
Bam.
released the video showing the inmate getting hit in the head and slammed to the ground. Dwyer says it happened a little before 6 last Tuesday morning at the Warren jail
show that one.
as the officer was processing that man. Two fellow officers can be seen jumping in to stop the attack. The commissioner says once he was notified.
Slow motion.
The commissioner says once he attacked. The commissioner says once he was notified to stop the attack. The commissioner officer was processing that man. Two fellow officers can be seen jumping in to stop the attack. The commissioner says once he was notified by his team, he put the officer on administrative leave.
The reason we are here today is to be transparent and to inform the public that acts of misconduct by members of the Warren Police Department will not be tolerated. In this particular case, we are talking about a short, less than 1 minute in length, an unexpected act of misconduct was committed by a Warren police officer. All acts of police misconduct merits review and response. This is not what we do. This is not who we are. And this is not what the men and women of this department stand for.
I beg to differ. I watched this department's lieutenant. Okay. I'm speaking from experience. All right. I watched the man, the lieutenant in command, violate and arrest and kidnap a fellow brother of ours known as Detroit Metro Audits, but he turned into public something. I forget exactly what it was. Public tour. Yeah, there it is. You know, he was public tour. So, and they arrested him for just standing at the tape when they didn't have a demarcation line, and they put one up, and then all he did was go to the demarcation line. And I demanded him to release him, and he did. I went down there, and I have that as well. But people really need to understand what we're dealing with here. This is deprivation of rights under color of law, and it is 242, and it's a floater if charged federally. I don't know why the feds don't start coming in and make examples out of these morons, because they are breaking federal law when they are entrusted to take care of us and our rights and uphold our rights while we are in custody, no matter what this kid or this person has done. He definitely did not deserve his judge, jury, and executioner right here inside this little place known as the booking area. That is not a judgment, and that is not a punishment, and this is not how we roll. And we need to do something about this forthwith, and people need to make phone calls. Jonathan, if you want, put the Warren Police Department's number in there. People need to make phone calls and properly redress their government.
Put on a uniform. One of the officers reported saying, "That's enough, that's enough," as he worked to de-escalate the overall situation. The officer's actions were not at all justified. This officer's actions were not at all justified. The actions of this officer are not consistent with our training.
But this is exactly what the public expects. They expect somebody to get out in front of it, don't cover it up, bring it to the attention, and make sure that they're heard loud and clear.
Let me make myself loud and clear. This is not what the public expects. The public expects you to do your job. and you haven't done your job. Shame, shame, shame on all of you. This is your fault. You've been doing this for years. You just got caught. That's all. The look in your eyes to sit there with the audacity, knowing dang well you have provoked, intimidated, and gaslight, and finally persecuted and beat people down forever since the Warren police first started being police officers in the early 1900s. I do not believe a word this man is saying.
This is unacceptable and not tolerable.
Well, the commissioner tells 7 Action News that the judge released Officer Rodriguez on a $5,000 personal bond. They will both meet this week to determine the future of the officer.
Now, I got a question for you. How many people out of the 27 people that I have out of my 15 subscribers in here, how many of you honestly think that if one of me and you did that to an officer, would we have gotten bond in Warren? If auditing, if Uncovering America was to do that to that officer, what he did to him, do you honestly think that he would be alive? Mm-mm. They'd execute you right on the spot.
Officer's employment. Meanwhile, Warren police said they've started an internal affairs investigation, but the commissioner and the prosecutor both stressed that the officer is considered innocent until proven guilty, no matter what the video shows. Okay. 7 Action News reporter Whitney Burney is covering this breaking story for us today, and she'll have more on later editions of 7 Action News and at WXYZ.com.
Yeah, whatever. Believe what you want. It is what it is, right? Let them think. Let them think what they want. And that's fine. I'm on a live stream, please. Thank you. Yeah, so what we're seeing here is a real it is so it is an insult to everybody in the public, and it's disdainful to sit there and tell me that you believe that this chief and us, after we have been telling people in the Downriver area how Warren has been. They just finally got caught. That's all that happened here, people. This has been going on forever. This is nothing new. This is business as usual. This guy, it was so comfortable beating this man. All right? He was so comfortable beating this man. You understand that he decided that this right cross right here, when he knows this camera is actually on and on him, he thinks that this is okay.
Released the video showing the inmate getting hit in the head and slammed to the ground. Dwyer says it happened a little before 6 last Tuesday morning at the Warren jail as the officer was processing that man. 2 fellow officers can be seen jumping in to stop the attack.
You're damn right
the
it
commissioner
was.
says once he was
there
notified.
You go. Hey, I think you put it right. That was a freaking sucker punch. Exactly, Kimmy. You said it. You said it. It was a sucker punch. The coward sucker punched him.
By his team,
Look
he
at
put
him
the officer on administrative
like you would a piece of trash.
Leave.
The reason we are here today is to be transparent and to inform the public that acts of misconduct by members of the Warren Police Department.
I don't even want to hear what he has to say. Bam. Let's just watch this again. And let's watch these 2 officers. They ain't stopping him. They're doing him. This guy's sitting over here beating his head right here. He's beating his head. That's not what they're not showing you. This is crazy. And I don't need to sit here with a bunch of professional words and to be the smartest guy in the world to articulate this and disseminate this information to my subscribers. This is just straight out cruel and unusual punishment, and it needs to be dealt with swift. This guy needs to do about 30 years, just like we would if we did that to one of them. Flat out. This guy, if you did this to a cop in the state of Michigan, you do about 20 to 30 years for it, if not life. I'm reading my did who see this video? You push the officer and it's get. There you go. Rules for thee and not for me. There, you got it. You got it. You probably wouldn't even have made it to booking a process. Yep. You would be DO. Yep. You're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah, it looked like it. It looked like it, Jonathan. A former White Sox announcer, Hawk Harris. Hey, what's up, Ohio? How you doing? I guarantee he won't do 30 days. I guarantee it. You know what? We're going to try to get him to do more, but you're probably right. These tyrants do what they want, obviously. And like I said, the only reason why they're firing the guy and not giving him qualified immunity is because he got caught. The asshole got caught, man. That's just all there is to it. I don't know why this is in my thing here, but yeah, man. So yeah, we see this time and time and time again where these people continue to put their hands on us when they don't have the right to, and they have a specific job. No matter what this guy was saying, obviously it wasn't, these words were not walking out of his mouth and jumping on him and beating him down. They were just words. And they obviously wasn't words that were fighting words, because the guy was, everything looked calm. This guy was calmer. You know, what's understood don't need to be explained. I just share this video, and I'm just going to tell you again, I am disgusted with it. I'm sick of it. And to God be the glory, man. I'll holler at you guys, man. Wolverine's back quiet reading the mail. Love you all. Take care. I'm back quiet.